If your classes are empty, money's tight, and you honestly don't know what to do next, you don't need more information. You need momentum. I'm Brian Diaz, co-founder of Monstro-X, where we build tools that use behavioral psychology to help gyms and martial arts schools increase retention, boost referrals, and grow revenue. And one thing I've learned is this: when a school or gym is brand new or barely hanging on, the biggest problem usually isn't effort. It's that the owner is overwhelmed. There's no traction and nothing seems to be moving. And that's a dangerous place to be, because when there's no momentum, everything feels heavier. Every bill feels bigger. Every empty class feels personal. Every slow week makes you question the whole thing. And when you're in that state, it's easy to start doing random things. A post here, a flyer there, a little promotion, a boost on social media, a discount with no real plan behind it. That usually doesn't fix the problem, because when momentum is dead, the answer is not more random action. It's one focused move that creates momentum, fast. That's the shift. A lot of owners think that they need the next perfect tactic. They don't. They need one concentrated push that creates cash, urgency, visibility, and belief. That's what changes things. Because when a room is empty, you don't just have a revenue problem. You have an energy problem, a confidence problem, a perception problem. But when the mats are full or the gym's packed, everything changes. The room feels alive. Prospects feel more certainty. Members feel more excited. Referrals get easier. And the owner starts to believe again. And that matters more than people think. So what do I recommend? If a school is new, stuck, or close to shutting its doors, I would seriously consider running a public momentum event, a concentrated enrollment push, something built to get people in fast. Not just a random sale, a real event, a real offer, a real reason for people to act now. The goal is simple: fill the room, create urgency, bring in cash, and change the energy of the business. That's what you need. Because slow growth is great when the business is already stable. But when the business is brand new or struggling, slow growth is often too slow. You need movement. One of the fastest ways to create that movement is with a strong public offer tied to limited space. Something where people are encouraged to reserve a spot because space is limited. That part matters, because urgency works best when it's real. And if your classes are empty, one of the best things that you can do is create a reason for the market to pay attention right now. Now, I'm not saying every struggling school should just slash prices and hope for the best. That's not the point. The point is to create an offer strong enough to get action. Sometimes that might be a founding offer. Sometimes it might be a paid-in-full offer. Sometimes it might be a short-term starter package. The exact offer can vary, but the principle stays the same. You need a move that creates traction fast. And yes, in the right situation, selling annual memberships at a discount can make a lot of sense. Why? Because upfront cash gives you breathing room. It gives you runway. It gives you the ability to fund marketing moving forward, and that matters. Because a lot of struggling owners are not just lacking leads, they're lacking time, they're lacking confidence, and they're lacking the cash flow to keep pressing forward. So when you create a concentrated push that brings in money now, that can buy you time and confidence to keep building, and that's huge. Another reason this works is that when people see activity, they respond differently. A full room sells better than an empty one. A busy class feels safer than a quiet one. Momentum creates social proof. And social proof helps more people to say yes. That's one of the reasons why I like this approach so much. It doesn't just help the owner financially. It changes how the business feels from the outside, and from the inside too. The owner changes. That part gets overlooked, but it matters. Because when someone's been struggling for months, or just opened and can't get traction, they start doubting everything. Their confidence drops. Their decisions get worse. Their whole energy changes. But when they run a concentrated push and the room fills up, even just for a moment, it changes how they see the business. Now they've got proof. Now they've got energy. Now they've got something to build on. That's why I believe momentum is one of the most important things a struggling school can create. Not just leads, not just sales, momentum. Because momentum changes behavior. It changes the owner, it changes the staff, it changes the prospects, and it changes what feels possible. So if your school or gym is struggling and you feel overwhelmed, stop asking, what little thing should I try next? And start asking, what focus move could create momentum fast? Because that's the real game. Not more random action, not more waiting, not hoping. A concentrated push that creates urgency, cash flow, visibility, and belief. That's how businesses change direction. So if you're in that situation and you want a deeper breakdown of how to create that kind of momentum, check out my book on Amazon called From Empty Classes to Full in a Day. That's exactly what it's about. And if you want more videos on how to grow your gym or martial arts school the right way, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. If this hits home, drop a comment, and I'll see you on the next one.